To the professional cast of Team Liquid versus Virtus.Pro, and we are actually going to be starting out with a 5-man smoke, so things are going to get a little dicey right away. Liquid, all of a sudden, boom, right on top of Will. They're going to be able to get the quick first blood without a doubt. Liquid starting this series off with a bang, want to be able to have an early advantage, but welcome! Also cuts down the tree that is going to be encasing him from Sprouts. So.
You know why I think he does this? Because when he was spent, he was so irritated.
So many issues.
Yeah,
Then now it's just like, never again. G is going to be chased down the middle lane. They do have a Spirit Siphon, but they're bringing so many members of Team Liquid into this middle lane that G should be dying here. He gets off a lot of damage though, so maybe the supports can turn this around and get a kill on Jarek. The cast, it bounces back to him. The heal's coming into play. Oh no, it's not going to be enough damage. Lil actually turns on Mind Control. Oh, what a fairy fire. He actually tries to kill Mind Control once again. He just seems to be a little too unlucky in this regard. Unfortunately, the Oracle Purifying Flames was not enough to finish off either the toss nor Virtus.Pro, seeing that Team Liquid are focusing so much on mid, see an opportunity with both their supports back at base. They decide to smoke from there and head up to the top lane.
Oh, this is going to be a really good game.
Man. Oh, he's going to be right in front of that tower too. He drops skills. They may not have enough damage to kill him quickly. No, they do. FNG is going to be able to survive through that blast, and Virtus.Pro execute the perfect gank that they needed.
Test for this mid tower. Though, they've got to be careful. They don't want to hard commit too much just for this mid tower, as the Oracle's going to TP in first.
They're going to try and go on Kuro at the same time. They are diving bottom lane. DK Phobos doesn't find anything in the mid, but they do manage to pick up the bottom lane silent. That means Virtus.Pro really need to be able to win this fight. A supernova is blown, and that egg is not going to be able to last. Fate Edict was thrown down by Lil to try and help out, but ultimately it wasn't enough. Now FNG and Lil are both going to be caught. Liquid winning both engagements, both at the mid as well as bottom lane, essentially wiping Virtus.Pro.
That is so huge, and that's just VP getting a little bit too greedy. G thinks to himself, okay, the rest of my team is going to be able to win this engagement. Liquid can't really respond to this, but now look what this leads to. You just lost your mid-tier 1 tower anyways. Now here's the lineup for VP. You want to be ready to fight and take it to them repeatedly. You don't want to just play like the slow ancient stacking game, but
don't give the Phoenix space to be able to breathe and pick up a hand of Midas. Don't let the Dro Ranger and go. Ooh, Lil. He managed to save himself from a lot of that magic damage, but it's still not enough. The Man picks up the kill, but that being said, many of Virtus.Pro are here, and they're going to be able to run him down. That is a worthy trade there for Virtus.Pro, but they had to use Exorcism for it. That is good.
Sometimes, you know, with Toby, I'll let them just like go on these rants, and then I'll correct him at the end. But with you, I usually know. I was like, I'll let him figure this one out.
Cap will figure out he's being an idiot. G is going to be caught in the bottom lane. Oracle is there, and they have the Spirit Siphon, so G is actually going to be able to heal up out of this one. Oh, maybe not. Wow, I actually thought that was going to be enough, but apparently not.
There's not much of a trait that's to be had.
DKB also feels like a necessity for the Drone Ranger. You have the Dragon Lance now, but that can be broken apart for the DKB if they need to pick it up soon. Fortunately, G ends up going down to the bottom lane. A quick gank there from Liquid. Those kind of weird structure-esque teamfight abilities.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Tombstone as well as the egg, and that you're able to pop flat cannon and target that while still dishing out damage to heroes. Good wraparound here from VP. They're going to be able to catch out Jarek immediately, and now Liquid, they're kind of trapped. But the Man throws out that zoning ultimate. DK Bolton's trying to get in position here for an ultimate of some kind. Throws it down now with the Death Ward on the side. Liquid, they're turning to fight. The Supernova, they're trying to pop it as quick as possible, but G, it explodes, and G's ripping through them with the Exorcism. They're on top of everything. Liquid are still somehow surviving through some of this, but G is going to be healed right back up to full. He's underneath Mind Control, and he's going to be able to take him out too. That is the fight that Virtus.Pro desperately needed to be able to get back in this game.
Yeah, that combination of the Oracle plus the Exorcism absolutely destroys Liquid.
Maelstrom into Scythe?
Yeah, I think so.
He seems to be going quite the more mid to late game sustained right-clicking build. Why is that? Why not say an Aghanims in this kind of game?
I don't think Aghanims is... Oh, hold on, I'm almost certain Kuro said here.
Yeah, Kuro is going to be silenced up in Death Ward. That is one of the best abilities they have. The Met goes down, ticking slowly but surely, just staying ahead of the Shivas ever so barely. And Kuro will be able to get back. And now, mass TPs from... Oh, God, the snowball! It actually hit all three! Jarek's What a player! He stops all these TPs. The Supernova is going to be blown. He has to get the Face Edict out, allowing the Supernova to explode. No! Curl gets the last hit just in time. G, he ran down Jarek, but that was just a support kill. Now he's got to turn and fight the rest of them. Meanwhile, the top lane is being taken by both Matu as well as Mind Control Silent. He's stuck inside this Sprout. He's taken out by Bakaba Man. Oh, this is disastrous for VP. One quick misplay, and the game is practically over
G doesn't
for
have
them.
a TP either.
G, he's got no way back to base. He's futilely trying to chase down Fada, but it means nothing. They're just going to kite him around. That's going to be a lane of Rags at top. Matu's going to back up, and he's going to kill G. He's going to join in on this fight. How you doing? Man, I cannot believe that went so badly for Virtus.Pro.
They just miscoordinated so badly right there, Cap. Like, communication broke down there. They decided to go out there just like, okay, this Nature's Prophet is pressuring us, we've got to get back. But then they just start open TPing. You've got to be so frustrated if you're VP in that situation right there, because they worked so hard to get back into this game. They had that dream fight.
Oh, Silent. This is a bad pick off the site device, recently picked up by Mind Control. Joins forces with Jarek's. Get a pick off on a hero that does not have buyback. Liquid just took the Aegis too. They're actually in a really great position. No, the rest of Liquid, they're swarming in. Matu actually wants to be able to come in from behind. He's going to be able to lead with the missile onto Lil, follows it up with the ultimate, trying to force out that ult of Oracle. He already used it though on a G, who's now going to turn and fight Fada as well as Mind Control, but they're just kiting him around. They're using the Sprout to make sure that G doesn't have any opportunity to chase down one hero. Nobody dies on the side of Liquid, as they shouldn't, as G's just going to get bursted down by 5, and it's another wipe to the favor of Liquid.
Everybody from VP is going to fight back, but
it's only the two heroes that can actually buy back. I was going to say support just because I'm seeing Phoenix support, but the offlaner and the support, Matu, oh, he loses his Aegis there, but this is going to be the second lane of Rax. Drone Rangers just coming up in 5 seconds, but the DP's down for another 35. VP, they know they can't fight this one, so Liquid, hungry for revenge after losing the series earlier in the day. 2VP starts out the series strong with a Game 1 win.
that one fight really